Hello everyone, welcome back to Verbology. Today we are going to keep Snap Workshop 5. I hope you have watched 1 to 4 workshops. If not, जिसने भी मिस कर दिए प्लीज देख लो प्रैक्टिस के लिए because time बहुत कम है for your exams, especially right now, right? The exam is around the corner. And yeah, you need to just solve more and more vocab questions. As you know, this particular workshop is for general English section. So today we are going to solve synonyms. As you can see, right, जो भी words होंगे आपको उनके synonyms बताए. This is more like a quiz, and also this is for the students who are looking for practice sessions. ठीक है? Okay. Take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead, and if you lose, you can guide. Right? Taking risk, calculated risks, of course, is very important for you to have big leaps in your life. ठीक है? The very first word, students, will start with diligent. If I say, if you're a diligent student, you're definitely going to be successful in life. If you're a diligent person, not student, if you're a diligent person, that means अब बाकी तो सब नेगेटिव है. फूल, अनहैप्पी, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट, इससे तो सक्सेसफुल होंगे नहीं, हार्ड वर्क से ही होंगे. Isn't it? So option C. Predominant. If I say today, predominantly, we are going to discuss vocabulary question. We are not going to discuss grammar. We are not going to discuss critical reasoning or anything else. Predominant topic of today's class is vocabulary or synonyms. So that means the most important topic which where we want to focus on today in today's class. Lovable is anything. For example, you want to love. For example, beautiful flower is lovable, isn't it? Or anything nice. Vague. Vague means unclear. Assurance is to ensure that, let me give you assurance that we are going to finish the entire syllabus well before time, right? So आप किसी को assure कर रहे हो. Utility bills, for example, when we say, right, every month we get our utility bills of electricity, maid, grocery, etc. So that those are used, the things you use. So usefulness, not benefit, profitability, and advantage. Compassion. We must have compassion for poor. We must have compassion for underprivileged or anyone who we can help. So we must have kindness, not similarity or contrast. Or cruelty will be opposite or antonym. है ना? ठीक है. Fifth, contentment. We must be content with what we have, but not complacent with our efforts. मतलब जो है उससे खुश रहना चाहिए, but doesn't mean कि हम कुछ आगे ट्राई ना करें, हार्ड वर्क ना करें for improving our situation, right? So we should be satisfied, happy with what we have, at the same time try our best to, right, to get more out of life. Being idle is just being free. By I'm idle today, this is weekend, and I have nothing to do, right? So being absolutely free, no work, nothing. Uh, People who have sweet tooth get cravings for for dessert, something sweet almost every day. And वो भाई मीठा खाना है. So craving is like that. Want to eat something. Craftiness is cleverness. फिक्शन. व्हाट इज फिक्शन? देखो, नॉवल नहीं. फिक्शनल तो एक नॉवल बुक हो सकती है, फिक्शनल तो एक मूवी भी तो हो सकती है. तो सिर्फ नॉवल ही फिक्शन होगी नहीं. एनीथिंग इमेजिनरी जो सच सच नहीं है. लाइक हर मूवी के पहले लिखा होता है कि ऑल दीज कैरेक्टर्स आर फिक्शनल. हमने इमेजिन करके लिखे हैं, ऐसा कुछ रियल में ऐसे लोग नहीं है ना. टेम्ड मीन्स कंट्रोल. लाइक एनिमल्स नीड टू बी टेम्ड इनिशियली. करेक्ट. वाइल्डनेस. So that not really related. Fugitive. Generally criminals के लिए fugitive word ये जो जेल तोड़ के भाग गया. So someone who is escaping. Yeah. Enduring, for example, you're going through an enduring time, right? You're enduring, that means difficult time, or you're tolerating something, withstanding something. That vain is waste, weak. I guess you know the meaning. Foment, right? Never foment the person who is already angry. जो already गुस्से में है उसके पास जाके बात ही मत करो, उसको foment ही मत करो. मतलब और उसको provoke करने की जरूरत नहीं है ना? ठीक है. Abrasion means damage. Isolation मतलब अकेले. Extirpate will be to eradicate, to remove, to weed out anything. Right. Remove. Isolation means in COVID जिसको हुआ था उनको isolation में रहना पड़ रहा था कुछ time के लिए, right? Abrasion is damage, some kind of damage. Okay. Imperceptible, right? Means something which does not have very strong perception as in feel. So if I say humble, humble is grounded, down to earth person, right? Down to earth person. Obvious, mean is a mean, rude person. Subtle, subtle means indirect, imperceptibly. If I say indirectly to my, let's say, best friends, like you should always respect your, generally you should always respect your good friends, right? And spend time with. मतलब मैं imperceptibly, subtly बोल रही हूँ कि भाई, I'm getting bored this weekend, so yeah, let's meet, isn't it? So more like indirectly कुछ होना, बोलना. So subtle, installed. Right, this system will be installed in our office systems, office computer systems from next week. मतलब इसको install करेंगे, मतलब बना start नहीं करेंगे, more like establish करेंगे, है ना? Prepared, manufactured, again. Contain. This box can contain 10 cookies, right? So मतलब it can hold, yeah. Eventually, you have to work hard and hard and hard, keep trying, and eventually you will succeed. That is ultimately or finally. Eventually means finally, ultimately, at the end, not suddenly, quickly, abruptly, or initially. Essential during these last few years when lockdown happened, you are allowed to buy only essential things. मतलब अभी आपको फॉर एग्जांपल शॉपिंग करने का मन है कि भाई मुझे नए कपड़े चाहिए, मेरा बर्थडे आने वाला है, तो नहीं, ये सब चीजों के लिए आप घर से बाहर नहीं निकल सकते हो, सब शॉप्स बंद है। पर आपको ग्रोसरीज लेनी है ना, खाने पीने का, लंच डिनर ब्रेकफास्ट का सामान, तो आप ग्रोसरी शॉप के जा सकते हो, उतना आपको अलाउड है। आपको मेडिसिन लेनी है, वो आपको अलाउड है। एसेंशियल्स होते हैं जो सबको जरूरत है, कभी कभी शॉप की चीजें नहीं। तो समथिंग जस्ट अनअवॉइडेबल, डेली फूड, डेली मेडिसिन, उसकी शॉप खुलेगी। बाकी ऐसे और कोई एक्स्ट्रा चीजें जिस जो आप चला सकते हो उसके बिना, दोज लाइक शॉप्स विल नॉट बी ओपन एट दैट टाइम बिकॉज दे वर नॉट एसेंशियल्स। या सो इट्स नॉट समथिंग बेनिफिशियल। बहुत लोग इस चीज को फायदे वाली चीज नहीं, जो आप अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते, ये तो चाहिए चाहिए, एसेंशियल। isn't it? For you to, for example, go for online classes, internet is essential। इंटरनेट तो जरूरी है ना, अनअवॉइडेबल, उसके बिना कैसे होगा। awakened, so right, so far I didn't realize this was happening, now my senses are awakened, now I'm awakened, basically enlightened। and awakened soul we say, that means बहुत ज्यादा knowledgeable soul, enlightened, normal realization नहीं, right? This is again second degree हो सकते हैं। awakened is enlightened person। briefed is किसी चीज को short में बताना। shook is shaking का past tense। diversion, generally on the roads when you drive you will see a diversion, right? यहाँ से गए फिर कुछ diversion आया, so what is that? deviation, not distortion, है ना? amusement means entertainment, uh, amusement park, for example, for entertainment, ठीक है? To pass, like to pass this exam you have to study for at least 100 hours, that means qualify, right? Okay, wretched. So wretched is someone who is very miserable, unhappy, dukhi. So yeah, correct. Insane means crazy, foolish is stupid, poor is garib, and transfer, you know the meaning. Duplicity. Duplicity means dhoka, like con, fraud. So deceit will be the synonym. Not exact cleverness. Cleverness ka thoda kam. Clever can be a lot of people, but actual deceit, actual fraud is duplicity. Kuch ho aur kuch aur banna. That is duplicity. Right? Artlessness is being simple. Repetition, कोई चीज को repeat करना। वैनगार्ड, आप इसको कैसे याद रख सकते हो? देखो, वैनगार्ड आर द लीडर्स। कोई भी चीज जो पहली पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं, किसी चीज में लीड करते हैं, उसको हम बोलते हैं। तो समझ लो ये वैन में जो जो पर्सन वैन को गार्ड कर रहा है, सबसे आगे है, दैट इज, उस तरह से आप याद रख सकते हो। सो लीडर, समवन हु लीड। सो पायनियर, पायनियर एज इन पीपल हु स्टार्ट समथिंग फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, है ना? सो दैट इज पायनियर। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई, अगर हम देखेंगे तो स्टैंड अलोन टीचर या फैकल्टी जो अभी स्टार्ट कर रहा है खुद फॉर ऑल दी एमबी एग्जाम्स, मैं ही हूँ, अगर इफ आई नो। अदर्स जो है द थ्रू अ कोचिंग सेंटर, थ्रू अ सर्टेन ब्रांड, अपना खुद का एक, मैथ्स के बहुत सारे आई थिंक वर्बल के कंपेरेटिवली कम है या मिक्स्ड है फिलहाल। सो या fortitude, fortitude is, uh, yes, what is the meaning of fortitude, students? Similarity and safety, not at all. फिर क्या? If I if I say, for example, during wars and battles, soldiers need fortitude. That means they needed courage. Protection भी, but yeah, more like during battles and wars, आपको courage चाहिए. Fidelity. Fidelity is faithfulness. Correct. Fidel means faith. So infidelity is धोखा देना किसी को. आपने commonly सुना होगा word fidelity, infidelity, like that. Resourcefulness as in आकाश जितना आप उसमें से अपना best कर सकते हैं, like that. Caterers क्या करते हैं? They give you something. So caterer means to provide. For example, generally during wedding and those events, caterers give you food. Teachers cater your educational needs. आपके जो पढ़ाई related needs हैं, we cater that, right? We give you those kind of services. So they say providing. Redressed. What is the meaning of redressed? Redress में कोई चीज ठीक करना, correct करना. So rectify, not to address or equalize or restore. हैगल है ना. शॉप में जाओ, बहुत लोग बोलते हैं हैगल करना ठीक है, बहुत लोग बोलते नहीं है, बिकॉज स्पेशली हैगलिंग विद पोर पीपल इज नॉट राइट, बिकॉज दे ऑलरेडी वेरी पोर. उनको थोड़ा आप एक्स्ट्रा दे दोगे 10 रुपए 20 रुपए तो क्या ही चला जाएगा, rather than bargaining with them. So yeah, I guess haggling is not wrong. First of all, you should be good at it. And secondly, किससे कर रहे हो उस वो देखना है. You of course you should not haggle with poor people, but it's a good skill I feel, especially those who are planning MBA. आगे जाके negotiation skills सीखना for business deals and everything, ये तो जरूरी है ही, खैर है ना. ठीक है. Postponing means to delay something for later time. I guess you know the meaning of accept and reject. Both are opposite of each other. Abstruse. If I say art is an abstruse topic, मतलब बहुत difficult topic है. It is understood by very few. या तो कोई चीज बहुत difficult है to understand, या बहुत कम लोग समझते हैं, right? Understood by few. By a few people or very few people, right? So that means something which is esoteric. Esoteric means the same, difficult to understand. Profound is having good impact. For example, this situation or this event had a profound impact on me. उस दिन मुझे समझ आया, उस दिन मैंने realize किया कि ऐसे ऐसे होना चाहिए, like that. So profound means impactful, something which really influences your thought process for a long time, right? Irrelevant, not related. Awful is like bad generally. Okay, now we are solving a cloze test, students. So, origin of the caste system. पहले एक बार पढ़ लो. जब भी आप cloze test solve कर रहे हो, पहले just read the entire paragraph with the blanks. एक idea लगेगा क्या main topic चल रहा है. After that, when you start, of course, like filling up the blanks, you will definitely do it quickly and correctly. So take 30 seconds, read everything, pause this video, and once you're done, then of course let's start solving it together. Okay, the origin of the caste system in India is dash to the functional division of labor. So the origin of the caste system in India is because of the क्यों है caste system, क्योंकि initially पहले सबका काम अलग अलग होता था और accordingly caste system था. So it is because of, हम बोलना चाहिए, attributed to. Now opulent is someone who is rich or wealthy. Effusive is जो बहुत ज़्यादा over express करे अपने आप को, right? That kind of person. Yearning is longing, कोई चीज आपको desiring, कोई चीज आपको चाहिए, that kind of feeling. And derived, मतलब this thing is derived, this definition is derived from this theorem or this concept, like that. Okay. However, in the course of time, these divisions between various sections of society became very dash, but धीरे धीरे वो फिर fix हो गए कि बस यही caste है, isn't it? So what do you think now? Of course, let's say we know or do not know certain words, but definitely it has to be rigid. Like rigid हो गए धीरे धीरे. Attesting to the fact. If I say this can be attested to the fact, means because of the fact, right? Abrasion means damage. Yeah. Abrasion means अभी हमने किया था वो damage था. So I'll just write the meanings. Abrasion is damage. एक second, right? Untenable means you cannot defend it from an attack, right? So not able to be defended or protected, something which is very weak, defend it against attack, objection, or anything. Attest, basically evidence of something, right? It can attest the fact that, for example, you got all India rank 10. That attests to the fact that you have worked really hard. Yeah. Defiance, that means act of challenging something, right? Behaving like, अरे ऐसे कैसे मुझे गलत बोल दिया, किसी ने अपने को करेक्ट किया है तो we should accept it all the time. Which word comes in the blank labeled C? So it seems that in the former times, the caste system gave dash for specialization and distributed the work in a. So it gave scope, isn't it? It gave scope, can we say? Yeah. Scope for something. To articulate means to be able to express something in the right way possible. Arcane is something which is, we can say, like, understood by few. Again, esoteric, difficult to understand. That is an arcane subject, difficult to understand. Yeah. Earnest is someone who is very sincere, showing sincere and intense conviction. So a sincere person. आइडिया का मतलब आपको पता है, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट डी, promoted professional skill, expertise. It helped the various art and industries to flourish, है ना, to grow. Not generic is general. brisk pace पे चलना, walk करना, थोड़ा slow होना. या dearth मतलब किसी चीज की कमी होना, कि we don't have dearth of talented people in India, है ना, कोई कमी है क्या अपने को dearth की. So basically lack of या scarcity, right? Drought, a current of cool air in a room, right? It basically थोड़ा cool है, that is refers to drought. Which word comes in the blank labeled E? So क्योंकि इस वजह से, इस categorization की वजह से, it was promoted for professional skill and expertise. It helped the various art and industries to flourish. Even the least talented person had the opportunity to earn, है ना. इफ आई से आयोटा, यू डू नॉट हैव एन आयोटा ऑफ सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट. अगर मैं किसी को गुस्से में बोल रही हूँ, मतलब बिट ऑफ, इवन दैट समथिंग, राइट. या पेटी इज मतलब छोटा, पेटी स्मॉल, कि दिस इज अ पेटी टॉपिक, या लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट इट. या गॉडी शो ऑफ, कि भाई बड़े चमक धमक कपड़े पहने, आज तो मेरा बर्थडे, आई विल लुक गॉडी टुडे, लाइक लाइक दैट. सो मतलब बहुत चमक धमक, बहुत शो ऑफ, बहुत ही फ्लैम्बॉयंट. टार्डी, टार्डी मीन्स हर चीज में लेट होना, थोड़ा डिलेड टाइप होना. टार्डी पर्सन जो हर चीज में लेट आया, आराम आराम से आया. टार्डी, एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू लेट, डिले इज नोन एज टार्डी. Yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. Please keep solving all the questions at the same time. Do more synonyms as well. Whichever word, let's say आप 10 to 15 words daily सीख रहे हो, या फिर ये सीखा, अब इनके synonym क्या है, antonym, कैसे आप build कर सकते हो अपनी vocabulary. स्नैप के लिए, जनरल इंग्लिश के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये सेम वोकैबुलरी जो हमने 5 अभी वर्कशॉप्स किए. सिर्फ स्नैप के लिए नहीं, आपको एनमैट के लिए, जैट के लिए, सारे एग्जाम्स के लिए जरूरी है, बिकॉज दे डेफिनेटली आस्क यू वोकैब क्वेश्चंस. सेकेंडली, अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर कैट एग्जाम, कैट 24 या दूसरे बहुत सारे एग्जाम जिसमें वोकैबुलरी डायरेक्टली नहीं आती है, इवन देयर यू गेट वर्बल सेक्शन. अगर आप क्वेश्चन कैसे समझोगे जब आपके वोकैब ही ठीक नहीं है, वोकैब ही वीक है, isn't it? So you have to work on vocabulary no matter what. If you're going for any competitive exam, be it MB exams, SSC exam, banking exams, you have to work on your vocabulary, right? Because in सब exams में verbal section है. So thank you everyone for attending the session. I'll see you soon with more sessions, more classes, concept classes of vocabulary कैसे build करें, grammar कैसे improve करें, critical reasoning कैसे ठीक करें, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पे बेसिक्स. अब हम बेसिक्स से शुरू करने वाले हैं. ये बेसिकली हमने कुछ सेशन रखे थे फॉर प्रैक्टिस सेशन. सो प्लीज 1 to 5 सारी वर्कशॉप देख लो फॉर रिविजन, एंड प्लीज राइट डाउन इन द चैट बॉक्स व्हाट डू यू वांट मोर, so that accordingly I'll make those kind of content and then serve you in the videos कि भाई कैसे मुझे आपके लिए content, आपको किस किस टॉपिक्स की में हेल्प की जरूरत है. या थैंक यू सो मच everyone. Bye bye, have a nice day. I'll see you now in the next class, that is tomorrow.